Hello friends, you are welcome to Anchor Network where you get updates of things that you really need to know. I appreciate every one of you who has been part of this channel, who has subscribed, and as many that are still contemplating whether to subscribe or not. I will encourage you to do that because I know you are not going to regret it at the end of the day. Please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon is very important because if you don't click the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we publish any news. And also, I have a gift for everyone or as many that are interested on how to build a website. There is a website link in the description section. Once you open it, there's a video that will teach you on how to build a website from beginning to the end. Thank you very much. So let's go straight to the business of the day. Northern groups ask federal government to stop any Southeast plan to expel X-Men. The coalition of northern group CNG has reacted to the purported resolution of the 5 Southeast governors on the expulsion of X-Men among others. CNG appealed to the federal government to take immediate measures to end harassment, intimidation, attacks and forceful ejection of pastoralists in the southern part of the country. The coalition made the call in a statement signed by its spokesman, Abdulaziz Suleiman, in Abuja on Thursday. Suleiman noted that the coalition had read the Southeast governors issued on July 9, 2019 over the rising tension around the expulsion and other hostile acts against the Fulani people by many leaders and communities in many parts of the country. According to him, these tensions have been made worse by the decisions of the federal government to suspend the Ruga settlement project. This addresses most of the genuine grievances and challenges related to the management of livestock assets of the nation, the bulk of which is in the hands of Fulani people, CNG spokesman said. He added, "We are not impressed by the patronizing and insulting attempt to divide Fulani people and Nigerians by leaders who do not appear to understand the implications of their decisions. We ask here whether other Nigerians should now arrogate to themselves power to decide which chemists in the north sell drugs or which businessmen are making money manufacturing spare parts in the north. Should northern governors assume responsibility for expelling persons from particular ethnic groups that are clearly involved in criminal activities or designing difficulty and impossible conditions for others from these groups which make it impossible for them to operate?" He urged security agencies to urgently check the escalation of hate-inducing comments by some southern-based political, cultural and religious leaders aiming at endangering the Fulani people and rendering them objects of indiscriminate acts. Hello guys, you've heard about the demand this northern group are really asking from the federal government. Honestly, I don't even know what gives this guy boldness or what makes them think that whatever they just say, the federal government will just swing into action and all of that. Now they are beginning to get it is that people or other regions are really ready for them. Just like what Fani Kayode said, what the ultimatum that you guys gave, we are waiting for you. Now they are not talking about the ultimatum that they themselves give 30 days, that if federal government does not do this or does not change the Ruga settlement or implement it, that every southerner and all southerners in north will be ejected. They are not saying that. You can imagine, I don't know their mentality, I don't know how they reason. But thank God the federal government itself knows that whatever decisions or whatever policy is going to be making, people are not going to take it. If it's going to be of benefit to everybody or to every region and people have accepted that it's not really selfish policy, why not? They will adjust to it. There are some things that the federal government is doing that people are really, praising them for that, recommending and commending them for doing that. But the one that seems to be biased or to be not to be in line or not to be of benefit to the masses, definitely they will reject it. Like now they are saying Obasanjo this, Obasanjo that, he made mention of one thing. We know a lot of people have been saying that. See what is happening now. They have that kind of boldness. I don't know where they are really getting it from, that a federal government should do this. Who are you to do that? I don't know whether they even understand what the federal government even said in the first place, that this program is not compulsory for anybody. So if anybody is saying they don't want it, why not? It is in their own interest, or it is in their own, out of their own volition. They just want or a particular thing to be established in their area. But for you to be telling government to do this, to do that, and inviting security agency, they should look into it, and they will do nothing, because the country belongs to us until when any other thing happens. But as it is, that is why you are seeing a lot of people coming out to say, no, we don't want this. The country does not belong to you. There are other things that we still need to talk, but it's not going to be on this video. Definitely, this thing is getting clearer and clearer. And I'm sure the federal government never envisaged or never thought that people are going to react to this. We thank God for people that have spoken before. People like Nnamdi Kanu, he has been saying it right from time immemorial. I think he was the only man standing then. Everybody was like, oh, this guy is, something is wrong with him. Something is wrong with him somewhere. How can he be saying such thing? Because he got that information. And one thing is that he made it clear, and he was bold about it, and they tried to frustrate him. So after some time now, we are beginning to see a lot of things, something that he has said that people are discarded, that no, it's not possible, it can't happen in Nigeria. No, that kind of thing cannot happen. It's been a long time he's been saying it. Now that at the end of the day, Obasanjo realized that it is the same Obasanjo that was really even attacking Nnamdi Kanu, but now he has come to the realization that this thing is real, and he's coming out bold to say it too. But we thank God that he's not even hiding it, or he's not even closing his mouth. A lot of people are like, oh, why is Obasanjo this and that? But now everything is evident before us. So this northern group, don't even know how they reason. They think everybody's just as clueless as they are. You can just make statements, you can just say something, and you think everybody will just go by it. Like people have been saying, you have Sambisa there, go to that place and do whatever you want. Wike has come out to say, whatever, the only thing we can use in contributing to your Ruga of a thing, we will give you water if you want to get a pipeline from our place to your place, since that is what you guys are looking for. Fine, we are going to give it to you. Go and get water from us. But as far as land is concerned, we don't even have enough land. Even the few or little land that we have is for agriculture, but not really for herdsmen, or not for Ruga of a thing. Likewise, the Southeast governors too, they've come and they say, the only thing we want to do with you people, we don't want the idea of you going around the place. We want to curb the issue of the clashes between the farmers and the herdsmen. So the only way we can do that is for us to grow grass. Since you say our grass, grasses are sweeter than yours, we will grow the grass, we will sell it to you. Then in exchange, we will buy the cow from you. Do your rearing over in your region, since you have that massive land to do it. So I think that is fair enough from the governors, from Wike and the Southeast governors, and they've made their stand known. And I think with this one, the coming of this Esme coming out, or the South Northern group coming out to say the federal government should do this to the Southeast governor, or they should look into their case. I think it has really given a kind of hope, because a lot of people are like, oh, these Southeast governors, we don't even trust them. Only God knows what they are doing behind. They can come and be making some statement. Some people even say they even want to see video of them making video saying that, before they will believe them. But now, for this northern group to be coming out to say federal government should look into the activities or the decisions of this Southeast governor, at least it gives a kind of a peace of mind that really these South governors, they are really working, and they really mean what they said. So we are still going to be watching them. Everybody's still going to be looking at them, until they will comply to what they have said, and they will keep to what they have said and make it a reality, so that along the line they won't deviate and do something else, so that nobody will threaten them. Because as they will be bringing out their own decision, their own policy on how to benefit their own people, their people will still be watching them, so that alongside they are not going to deviate, or nobody's coming to threaten them. By so doing, they have to drop their decision. But as it is now, the plans of the Southeast governor, I think they are on course. And this northern group coming out to say federal government should do this, federal government should do that. Like people are saying, these guys, they think they have the monopoly to any form of thing, any form of threat. Like I said, Fanika area said, we guys are waiting for you, and a lot of people have been speaking. We guys are waiting for you. That ultimatum is even that 30 days is even too long. Make it shorter. Let's see what will happen. You think because you are in power, or your person is in power, then you can do and undo. But now the people are making it impossible, even for the government. If you bring any policy that is having some kind of ulterior motive, people will discard it and people will shout about it. This idea of politicians are the one dividing this and that. We know that politicians, they have their own they have their own problem, but anytime they are bringing some things, or maybe they are trying to raise some issues, Nigerians are not daft. Nigerians will look at it thoroughly. They will look at it in depth to see whether this thing that these politicians are saying are in right cause or not. If it is of selfish interest, definitely people will still come out for them. But as it is now, this issue of a Ruga, we thank God that all of them are aligning to what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. Now they are the ones speaking what he has said. So we know that politicians too, they have their own they have their own problem. Let me just put it that way. They have their own problem. But when it comes to things that affect everybody, if they are saying it, of course people will tend to align with them. We know when they are making mistakes, we know when they are being selfish about some things just to instigate. But this issue of a Ruga of a thing, this S-men of a thing, is something that everybody from all quarters are condemning. That no, we don't want this. No, there's something behind it, all of this, and that was why the federal government suspended it. And meanwhile, in another breath, the federal government is not even being sincere. If you are told people that it is not compulsory, that it's just meant for people that are interested, so I see no reason why you should suspend it. If you want to continue with it, make it available or implement it in those areas, people that really want it. Now for this northern group to be saying federal government should do this, nobody's intimidating anybody. You guys have the land, go there and do it. And people have offered the help to you. This is what we're going to do for you, this is what we're going to do for you. So you are not still satisfied about that. So guys, that is why I'm going to stop. I would like you guys to continue by putting down your comments in the comment section, and let's hear your own take concerning this threat or warning that this northern group is telling government to penalize or to look into the decision of these Southeast governors. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.